We are the DFPN. Always question the answers.
No Gimmicks Podcast, and we bring it to you. Every time we turn live, and you know it's the truth. Every after show, moving down, this the time to move around. No Gimmicks Podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring. This is the time for the No Gimmicks, no we doing our thing. What's your state of mind, state divine? Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly man what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit, what's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on, it's the time. Guarantee we move, you know how we respond. The state is mine, the state design when we feel it. Moving down, what's the healing? No gimmicks is the feeling.
What is up, people? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN. And real quick, before we get into the show, this is de facto, kind of de facto. This is show 100 for us. This is episode 100. And I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that paid attention to the show, gave the show a chance, listened to the comments, just stuck with us through 100 episodes. This wasn't easy, but we here. You know what I mean? So we have y'all to thank. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being such a great audience and giving No Gimmicks your ears, man. It's really much appreciated. But not the way we wanted to celebrate 100 episodes. We will come back on the backside. I'll be posting some stuff throughout the week, putting some memories out there throughout our 100 episodes. But this ain't the way we wanted to celebrate. As you know, the greatest superstar in the history of the industry passed away suddenly Thursday. We have to talk about it. There's no way this podcast, you see D with the NGP shirt on, it mimics the NWO shirt. There's no way this podcast goes on without Hulk Hogan. That's just fact. It's point blank, period. The man is, Triple H said it last night, the man is sports entertainment. Without Hulk Hogan, a lot of stuff doesn't exist. So we have to pay the respects to the man. Shout out to everybody that put the tributes out last night and yesterday. Very, very touching tributes, very, very touching stuff on SmackDown. But we need to talk about, we need to break down exactly what Hulk Hogan meant to the business. All the other stuff aside, we just need to break down what he meant to the business, his impact, and what his legacy is going to look like. Joining me today, my co-host, D Vader. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back to the show. And I'm going to give you the floor, man, because you're a huge NWO fan. And a big part of that goes to Hulk Hogan. So I'm going to give you the floor, let you get your thoughts out, and we'll roll.
Well, yeah, so like, Black just said there, we want to thank the listeners out there for rocking with us to get to episode 100. And this is not exactly how I thought that this would go, honestly. I'm going to tell you, and this is just me straight shooting here from the hip with this. I did not dislike Hulk Hogan. I did not. I disliked Terry Bollea and what Terry Bollea did, the things that Terry Bollea said. That is what I disliked. But for me to come up here and not acknowledge what this man did for professional wrestling, to not acknowledge the many people that became professional wrestlers because of Hulk Hogan, that would be hypocritical of me, and that would be dumb. That would be stupid. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to tell you is this. When I was a little kid, growing up in the hood, okay, in the ghetto, in the jungles in LA, okay, gang-infested LA. If you're from LA, you're from the jungles, you know what I'm talking about. Okay?
Yep.
The one saving grace that I had as a child with all the bullshit that I was around was professional wrestling. And turning on the TV and my tidy whities, okay? And watching the WWF and seeing my heroes, which was the Ultimate Warrior, okay? And the Macho King. And then there was Hulk Hogan. And I wasn't I wasn't a big Hulk Hogan fan. I liked his song. I really liked the song, Real American.
Mhm. Fact.
And what kind of got me into being a fan of his, it actually occurred around WrestleMania 7. I went to WrestleMania 7. It was at the LA Sports Arena. And seeing him wrestle Sergeant Slaughter. That's what got me into being a Hulk Hogan fan. Wasn't a Hulkamaniac yet, though, but I was a fan. Okay? That makes sense.
Yep.
I didn't really get into Hulk Hogan until Hogan went to WCW. And the NWO happened. And that's when I really became a fan of Hulk Hogan. And to look back at this business and to think about all the people that are no longer with us, that I sit here and I watch these videos,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm watching, Nitro or old episodes of Saturday Night's Main Event, or just the video they play about Cypher Hogan, the tribute video.
Yep.
To realize all these people we don't have anymore. All our heroes are gone. That's a very sad, depressing feeling. But
It is.
That's also life. We don't have Macho anymore. We don't have Roddy Piper anymore. The Big Boss Man. Crush.
Yep.
Ray Ramon. Now Hulkster. And it's like, when you and I were talking about Andor, and you told me, hold on, Hulk just passed away.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I couldn't believe that. And then I went, and sure as hell it was on the TMZ's reporting it. So I was like, wow, it's just, but because of all the crap, and I'm just shooting straight here.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All the bullshit. The man was a habitual fucking liar of everything. Andre weighing 800 pounds. It's just stupid shit that he would lie about. And just, you hear about the politics that he played in WCW, and just the people that he fucked over. You hear about the wrestling union, and it's like, damn, man. It's like, you why do you do things like this? Why do you sabotage shit? You're supposed to be Hulk Hogan, man. You're supposed to be larger than life. You're supposed to be the ultimate good guy. You're not supposed to be a fucking habitual liar about everything. You're not supposed to be this master politician, master manipulator. So it didn't hit me like that, man. It didn't. All the crap that happened, the racial shit, all that shit, it didn't sink into me. It didn't hit me. I said, I'm not feeling this. Like, his death is not hitting me the way that I thought it would.
Right.
It didn't hit me until last night when I'm watching that fucking video on SmackDown.
Yep.
And that's when it dawned on me. That's when it hit me. Like, this is for real. Like, I knew it was for real, but this is really for real. There is no hoax. There is no, oh, is Bubba the Love Sponge telling the truth or not? No, this is legit. This is for real. The video I saw of the paramedics doing chest compressions outside his house and taking him to the ambulance, that's for real. And that fucking
whoever
sucks.
did that is fucked up, by the way.
Whoever did is fucked up, and you had one job, and that was to record if you're gonna record.
Right.
I mean, fuck. But I've seen worse. But the thing is, man, it's like, it really hit me hard that all your childhood heroes are gone. And then just to see the vitriol and the disrespect from people. I can't get with that, man. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't brought up that way.
Yeah.
I actually have what's called fucking home training. Okay? I'm not one of these people that was raised like a goddamn wild animal or something. You just you're a fucking keyboard warrior and just talking shit on the internet. I wasn't raised like that. So I'm not going to partake in that shit. What I will say is this. I wish that Terry Bollea would have taken more accountability for what the fuck he did. But I'm not going to hold something against the man that happened 10 fucking years ago. And the mere fact that he died on the 10th anniversary of that shit is really kind of crazy to me. But
That's
let me
karma.
tell you, that's karma. And let me put another thing on this right quick. Do you people actually believe out there? Because we talk about this all the time. I've talked about this on this podcast. Black has talked about this on this podcast. That we wish that he would have taken more accountability. Mm-hmm. Do you think that Hulk Hogan wasn't paying for the rest of his life for what he did? All the bad shit that he did throughout his life, the politics, holding people down, the comments made about John Graciano when that car crash happened, where his son basically left that guy brain dead, and he said what he said, and then the sex tape and the N-word and all that stuff. Do you think Hogan wasn't paying for that later in life? He damn sure was paying. He was paying it every morning when he would get out of fucking bed, and he was in pain. You were paying for that shit. That's karma. He was paying for that. So that's why I am not going to hold this against the man anymore. The man is gone. Okay? The man is gone. Terry Bollea is gone. Hulk Hogan is immortal. Hulkamania does live forever. Hulkamania lives forever, and the fans out there that are still fans of Hulk Hogan, still fans of Hulkamania, that we can watch Hulkamania on the network. We can watch the old matches that they're uploading right now to YouTube. That's how I will choose to remember Hulk Hogan. Not the bad times, but the good times. But I acknowledge the bad. And that's the thing about it. It's called acknowledgement. It's called respect. Even if I don't agree with somebody, I will respect them. I respect what they did for the wrestling business. I respect what they did for me to be able to talk about this shit. That's all Hulk Hogan. Whether people want to admit it or not, there was not a bigger star other than Gorgeous George in this business than Hulk Hogan. Period.
That's facts are facts, man. Well said, man. Well said. And I'm gonna echo a lot of what you said, because yes, we've been very critical of Hulk Hogan on this podcast. Very, very critical of things that he's done and he's not owned up to. And me and you were talking before the show. Shit, before the show could have been a show.
But, yeah, right. But, all the time.
but it was. I'll put this out here to understand Hulk Hogan and his impact. If you look at the vitriol, and I'm not saying you feel the way how you feel. You're your own individual. You feel the way how you feel. What you put out there is what you put out there. But to understand how heartbroken people were with Hulk Hogan's actions is to also understand how much people actually loved Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
And for the hate that he got, especially towards the end of his life, which is sad in its own right, but the hate that he got is because he didn't own up to his actions, bro. And it's like, if you would have just did that, look at the reaction that he got on SmackDown. People cheering him once he left. And I believe that if he would have just owned up to his actions, people would have accepted him almost immediately. If you'd have just owned up to it, which that in itself, and I'm like you, when you gone, bro, the energy leaves with you. It has to. Because now you know he's not gonna own up to it because he ain't here no more. You kind of got to let that go. And people aren't willing right now to separate the art from the artist, which you pointed this out too. Hulk Hogan's legacy ain't going nowhere. Terry Bollea, that legacy, you know what I mean? It's two different things. The person and the art that he made are two different things, and you have to separate that at this point, because there's no way a lot of stuff just doesn't exist without Hulk Hogan being involved. The WWE in its current form doesn't exist without Hulk Hogan being involved. We talk about ticket prices for WrestleMania all the time. WrestleMania itself does not exist without Hulk Hogan. That is a point blank fact. So I'm like you, the respect has to be there for everything that he's done for the business, for the industry. It has to be there, while acknowledging that the man wasn't perfect. And that and you talk about your heroes too. Looking at your heroes, man, it forces you, knowing that your heroes are all leaving. Like for me, I had a moment where I had to look at my own mortality. You know what I mean? Because all the heroes are leaving us, and it's looking at my own mortality and saying, what do I want to leave behind? You know what I'm saying? Like what legacy do I want to leave behind? Because obviously, you look at a case like Hulk Hogan's, and it's like, dang, it's a tricky situation now, because you want to love him, but I don't know, the person's actions too big for his legacy, and you have to consider that. But ultimately, what he did for the business, that ain't going nowhere at all. His footprint is squarely on the industry. You have to acknowledge that.
What I have heard from different people is, when it came down to it, he did a lot more good than he did bad. That's very well known. Was Hogan a politician? Yeah, he was. Hogan was a politician just like everybody else in the wrestling business is a politician to keep their spot. But Hogan also took care of his friends. He took care of people.
Mm-hmm.
Macho wanted to come to WCW. Who got him in WCW? Hogan. Brought Slim Jim with him. The Nasty Boys. All these different people that came in. John Tenta. Hogan.
Yep.
So, I mean, I can't sit up here and bury the man. I could bury him. But that would just be doing what everybody else is doing. And I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Because why am I going to bury someone because they made a mistake? If that's the case, then people can bury my ass for all the mistakes that I've made. Do I want people holding shit against me? No, I don't. And the people that are out there burying a man, you guys must be so damn perfect. You don't have a flaw in you, which is bullshit. Because your flaws show with your actions. I mean, cheering that someone's dead because of their political views and all that kind of shit? No, unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior. So I'm not going to go that route. I will respect the man. I will respect the artist. I will respect the name Hulk Hogan. Terry Bollea, on the other hand, I don't respect that, because there's a lot of things that he did not do correctly on this earth while he was here. Now, in saying that, my man Teddy Long, positive story about Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
Devon Dudley, positive stories about Hulk Hogan. The Pope, positive stories about Hulk Hogan. Dennis Rodman, Mr. T, Zeus, Tiny Lister when he was alive.
Yep.
You didn't hear nothing. Ultimately, not making no excuses for the man. I'm not. That's one damn thing Frank D will never fucking do. I'm a straight shooter, and all I can do is be me. And what I'm saying basically is, I think the dude was going through a rough patch, is what he was going down, and he was on some other shit, just like sometimes we all on some other shit. But the problem is his other shit got recorded without him knowing it, and that's where the fucking problem started. He said some shit he shouldn't. He said some shit he shouldn't have said. Okay, we've all said things that we shouldn't have said. But the difference is that this man had people that loved him, that admired him. And I don't think Hogan understood. No, I take it back. I think he didn't understand that. He just didn't know how to fix it.
Right.
He didn't know how to
Right.
fix it. He had never faced anything like this before
Right.
in his entire career. So he didn't know how to fix that because he knew you just basically you betrayed everything that character stood for. Hogan said it on an E documentary years ago, the E True Hollywood Story of Hulk Hogan. He says the character Hulk Hogan, the man Hulk Hogan was about a 10. The person was about a 3. That's what he said.
That's self-admitted too.
Yeah, that's what he said. Okay. So that's telling you right there. I'm kind of fucked up, is what he's basically saying. So, but I guess later on in life, he was baptized. He found Christ. If you're religious, so good for him. I hope that what he cannot find here, I hope he finds it in the other world. And I really believe that.
Well said, bro. Well said. Let's talk about now that we got the heavy stuff out the way. Let's talk about his impact. And I'll go first. And I've already mentioned like what this looks like without a Hulk Hogan, right? 93,173. That is a number.
Is that the actual number though?
Is it the actual number? Exactly.
Numbers
can be inflated.
Yeah.
Numbers can be inflated.
Right.
But the number that's thrown out there a lot is 93,173. Pontiac Silverdome, WrestleMania 3.
Yep.
And I've talked about without Hulk Hogan, there would be the WrestleMania scene. It wouldn't be that. But go back to that particular moment in history. It's a moment that plays over and over. It's in WWE's intro. No matter what decade they're in, it's in their intro.
Yep.
That's how much that one particular moment means to the entire business. Not just WWE, the entire business. Because it brought them from relatively regional scenes to national. And I would argue at that time that they were starting to go global, is how big that one particular moment was for the industry. And you look at the biggest changes in the industry, Hulk Hogan is involved with a lot of it, if not all of it. If you look at the two biggest industry changing moments in history, the one I just talked about is one of them. The other one is his heel turn at Bash at the Beach 96. Both of these instances changed the entire landscape of the industry.
Well, if you go further before that, let's go further a little bit before that. Remember the Rock and Wrestling connection.
Yep.
And the stuff they were doing on MTV at the time, which nobody was doing that. So that played a big part in that as well. And then you lead on to the first WrestleMania. And by the way, guys, the WrestleMania main event, only 2 people living now: Mr. T and Cowboy Bob Orton.
Somebody posted something, and it's like WrestleMania 2, 5. They put a bunch of WrestleManias up, and there's no one on those cards that are living anymore.
Yeah.
And that's wild.
It's hard. That's what I'm talking about, bro. It's like it's so hard when I go back and watch this stuff, man. You go back and it doesn't matter if it's WWF or WCW or EC. I was watching a lot of ECW the other day. I was watching a lot. I was on my New Jack fix, and I was like, man, it's just it's the ECW stuff is just such garbage on the network on Peacock because of the music.
Because of the music,
it's just trash. Because they had to redub New Jack because they weren't going to play Natural Born Killer, so they had to redub him over with a track called "In the Ghetto," which is what they're using right now for his in 2K25. But they take away a lot of sound effects. Like the sound is because they had Joey Styles do new commentary on there because they couldn't use any of the soundtrack from because they weren't using a 2-channel. I guess when they were doing ECW. See, that's the thing. That's how they dub. When you're doing audio, you know this. You're a fucking musician.
Yep.
You use 2 channels. So you have the 1 channel for one feed and the other channel for the audio. So that's how they did it. That's how WCW did it, and that's how WWE's able to go in there and they were able to dub shit real quick because the 2-channel process.
Take one track out.
I think ECW just had that 1 track, and they couldn't do anything around it. They couldn't do shit around it because literally when the network launched, none of New Jack's matches were on there because they had a problem and they could not isolate that audio. They had to bring. It was because the music was playing the entire time. It was Natural Born Killers, so they had to come and bring Joey Styles in there in the studio, and he had to redo all the commentary he did at the show. They had a script for him. He had to redo everything within the ghetto playing. That's what they use. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
But in saying that, in WWE, no, Hulkster passed away. Why don't you guys? I don't know. Maybe accidentally push the button and we hear Voodoo Child? I'm just saying.
That ain't gonna happen.
I know. I'm just saying.
that ain't gonna happen.
And that's another thing. So we talked about going back to, got sidetracked by New Jack. God, listen. That's my guy, though, man. New Jack, Jerome Young. That was my dude, man. I remember real quick with New Jack. I called it. It was a show they used to call. It was a show back in the day, and when I was in California, it was called. It was a channel called the Cable Radio Network. And every Friday night, it used to be a show on there. It was one of the shows was called Squared Circles with a guy named the Shadow Man. And another one was Dr. Mike Lano was another show that I would listen to. Well, anyways, New Jack was on there one day. I called and asked New Jack a question. I was like 15. And no, I wasn't 15, my bad. I was like 17. But basically, I asked him a question. He answered, and then he told my girlfriend at the time. He says, "Yeah, hey, and you take care of my boy over there now. Make sure you put it on him right." And I was like, "That's what's up. That's what's up." So that's my New Jack story. That dude was New Jack was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he was.
But with Hogan, Hogan transcended the business. He went bigger. You had never seen a phenomenon like Hulk Hogan, bro. Like I'm serious. Like the only person that you can think of at the time that people would talk about beforehand was Gorgeous George. He was the first one on TV. That's the only one you hear about. And just the whole rock and wrestling MTV and the people that came along. Honky Tonk Man, Hogan said, "Brother, you should be up here with us." You know, and that's how Honky Tonk Man got into the WWF. It's just he helped a lot of guys along the way. Did he bury a lot of guys? Yeah, probably he did. I mean, we're telling the truth here. It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, but just what you talked about there, WrestleMania 3, Pioneer Silverdome, 93,000 people. The main event was the match that people paid to see, but the match that we really loved was Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat. Keep it 1,000. That's the WrestleMania
Stole
classic.
the show.
Yep.
Stole the show.
And if you talk about another one that had never been done before in the Federation, it was WrestleMania 6. WrestleMania 6, yeah. It was the Ultimate Challenge. Babyface versus Babyface.
Him versus Warrior.
Title for title.
Yep.
That's another one that marked, you know. So, and it's like, you fast forward to just his run in the Federation, how it came to an end. And he goes and does Thunder in Paradise, and then he starts talking to WCW. Ric Flair gets him in there to meet with Eric Bischoff, and the rest is history. He single-handedly legitimized WCW.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
They were just a Southern wrestling, regional wrestling promotion. He basically gave him a stamp of approval. Now you have Hulkamania down there at WCW, and it opened the doors for him. Now people were not embarrassed to be a part of World Championship Wrestling. And that's what Hulk Hogan did. You know, he did a lot for the business. And just like you mentioned earlier about the heel turn, Hulk Hogan will, a shadow of a doubt, Hulk Hogan's heel turn will go down as the greatest heel turn I have ever seen. Period. There's nobody that can come close to that. I'm sorry. There is not. Because just the mere fact of Hulkamania, what it meant, what he meant to the fans, and then to him to turn. There's nothing going to top that. Nothing will top that. He had to literally reinvent himself, and he took a big chance in reinventing himself.
He
You
did.
got to understand the millions of dollars that were at stake here for him to do that, because he could have just rested on his laurels and just continued as Hulkamania and just hit the fucking leg drop and the cups in the air, and he would have been fine.
Yep.
But he knew he had to change. He knew he had to take that risk.
Yep.
He didn't want to do it, but he knew he had to do it.
Absolutely, man. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
NWO is what it was.
Yep. Somebody asked a question too. What do you think would happen to Hulk's merchandise? And I said immediately, I was like, it's gonna skyrocket, bro. Especially the NWO shit. It's gonna skyrocket.
I don't know. I don't know. I think what will skyrocket, honestly, would be anything with his autograph. I think that'll go.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Like the regular stuff, because I was on WB Shop, and it's still the same price. A lot of stuff is on clearance. I think a lot of stuff they were clearancing out anyways, but I don't think the price is gonna go up on this stuff. I mean, I got Hogan merchandise, but I got it from Hogan's Beach, his store, which people are buying the stuff from the store.
Yeah.
But it's just people are gonna buy shit and try to scalp it. I'm not interested in doing it. I'm not gonna pay your scalping fees. If I want to buy something from Hulk Hogan, it's gonna come from his store, or it's gonna come from a WB shop. That's I'm not buying no bootleg shit. I'm not buying no scalping shit. None of that. Nope. Fuck you.
Right. And that's what I was saying. I was like, anything with his autograph, because that's hard to get.
And I have his autograph.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I have his autograph. I actually do. I have it. Yeah, I have his autograph.
That's something.
Matter of fact, keep talking.
Go ahead. I was gonna say that's something for me that I need to start getting into. I've never really been an autograph seeker. Picture, maybe. I don't like taking pictures either, and I guess that's the point of it.
Oh, if you can see it or not.
Oh, with the NWO belt, yeah.
Yeah.
You signed that?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you right now. Turn the light on.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep.
But yeah, that's something I need to start doing that. Especially in cases to where, like, when people start not being here no more, you can say you have the picture. But,
well, bro, I got a picture of I got an autographed picture back here too of the Outsiders.
Oh,
so yeah,
and that's what I was saying. I was like, that's something I don't really seek out.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I need to start doing that though.
I honestly, bro, I don't. I'm not a big fan of signatures. You know how much I paid for that picture right there of Hogan?
How much?
His autograph? I only paid like $70 for it.
And yeah.
I got it for an auction.
That's what makes like WrestleCon and StarCast and all that stuff. That's what makes that worth it, because you get autographs of these guys.
Well, I got it from an auction. I literally bet on it.
Oh,
and I was winning a bet. That's how I acquired it. Yeah, just like with Scott Hall passed away, man. Like the Razor Ramon Intercontinental Championship belt back here that you cannot find.
Yep,
you know.
Can't find that nowhere. What up, P Dub? So yeah, that's something I was just thinking while you were saying that. I was like, man, I need to start getting into that, because I'm not.
Yeah, you need to. You need to do that. Like so this October, they got SpaceCon coming out here, bro. So guess who I'm gonna go potentially meet?
Who?
Dressed as Vader.
No way.
I'm gonna go meet Ian McDermott.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna go meet the Emperor.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
get a picture.
Oh, I am. It's a photo op. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, they wanted Hayden Christensen to be there too, before it was gonna be a double, but unfortunately Hayden can't commit to it because he's actually filming Ahsoka right now.
Oh, yep. We're getting a season 2. I didn't know that.
Yeah, awesome. They're actually filming Ahsoka.
Oh, look P-Dub says they got GalaxyCon tonight in Raleigh. That's awesome.
Yeah. I love them cons, bro. Love them cons.
I do too. Speaking of which, quick segue. So
Yeah.
DFPN is getting involved in the con. Cape Con.
What con are you getting involved in? What are you conning?
Stop it. Both. But what up, Mac? Welcome to the show. What up? But yeah, Cape Con in Cape Girardeau and DFPN is getting involved. Bunch of live shows that we're going to be doing out at that con. So if you guys are around the area, please come attend. We're trying to make this a big deal, so please come out and support. But we're trying to get some good guests. I ain't gonna let nothing out. I'll tell you after the show, D. I'll tell you out. but yeah, so whoa, P-Dub says he spent $2,700 for that con for one reason. Wow.
What is the reason?
Yeah, what is the reason? Oh, so he wants to see Priscilla Kelly, the former Gigi Dolan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about spending $2,700 though.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
a wedding ring, bro.
That's the mortgage payment, bro. Shit.
Yeah, bro. That's a lot of money.
That's the thing right there when you want to go see WWE. Do I pay the mortgage this month, or do I buy?
Or do I go to this WWE?
And I said a ticket, not tickets.
But yeah, so and that's what I mean by that. Like, because some of your stars are going to be at these cons, so take the time, get the ticket. But going back to the Hulk Hogan Impact, 83 weeks.
Yeah.
And the impact that his heel turn had on that is the only time in history that we've seen the WWE on the ropes. Almost got him. So you don't get that moment without the Hulk Hogan heel turn, or you don't get that without a Hulk Hogan heel turn. There's a lot, man. There's a lot, and just him being in the ring with people made people Hall of Famers. Right. Because people became invested in those people too. So there's a lot this man positively impacted in the industry.
No doubt. He did that. And just the amount of pay-per-views the man sold. Okay.
Right.
Just the amount of merchandise he sold. I mean, here's the deal. I mean, they talk all the time about who made the most money with merch. Fucking Hogan. Because you could not go to, back in the day, you know, the only way you got a Hulk Hogan t-shirt was through the WWF merchandise catalog that they would send you. You could not get a Hulk Hogan t-shirt at fucking Kmart or Walmart or anything like that. You had to order it through the magazine or go to the arena to the house shows. That's the only way you got a Hulk Hogan shirt.
Yep.
Hard to come by. The wrestling buddies, all the merch the man sold, did a lot of shit.
Yep. And that speaks volumes, bro, because they kept that exclusive. You don't get that exclusivity without being that big of a star, knowing he's about to sell a lot of
Hey,
t-shirts.
So 1 second here, buddy. You're gonna have to hold the show for a second because my headset's dying. This is live TV, people. No, what Jim Ross says, it's live, pal. Well, I gotta go get my other headset because this bitch is dying. So
you go ahead. You go ahead, sir. I will hold down the fort. But speaking of which, and I was going to go back to this merchandise selling thing, like to be that big and be exclusive to where they're only selling your merchandise at one particular spot, that speaks volumes to the amount of star you are. Also, going back to the NWO thing, if you look right now at the sales of merchandise, specifically t-shirts, the NWO is probably going to be in the top 5 of what's selling now. It still sells. I was looking at Tim Deckard. He just went to a WWE show and they do the NWO themed city shirts now to whatever city they're in. He had a St. Louis one. And it speaks to the brand that that man carried over just by turning heel. And he became a cool heel, thus being the reason why the NWO is still so famous. So speaking on merch and what he's done for that regard, it still carries over to this day. You could still go out, and I mentioned this earlier, but it's fact. Like this cup, D shirt, like we model a lot of this shit after NWO. It's wild because it's still popular, and we're 30 years past the date that he actually turned heel, and this merchandise is still popular.
Can you hear me?
Yep, got you.
Okay, copy.
That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. You see that? That's how you do it.
It's live, pal.
Welcome back, man. But I was just saying the strength of Hulk Hogan's heel turn and how popular of a heel he became, and why to this day NWO still sells merchandise.
Well, yeah, because number one, it was a cool logo that they came up with just like that.
Yep.
Somebody at Disney did it, from what the stories I've heard. It's just, but you know what's funny, man, is like in the beginning, he didn't get along. Like,
right.
Hall and Nash thought Hogan was kind of bringing them down. They said that they were going with the whole West Coast, death row kind of thing. That's what they were doing. And Hogan's up here, whoa, blah, 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 brother, right, guys? And they were like, whatever. And then, so it's like Kevin Nash says, he's like, dude, this shit is not working. He's like, we're trying to do something here that feels organic, and he's trying to be wrestling. And that's when Neil Pruitt says, I can make it work. We'll just do sound bites in the promos. And that's where the black and white NWO promos come from, the sound bite. Yeah, that's all it was. They would do a 20-minute promo and cut it down to like 2 minutes.
Yep.
Just boom, 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 boom.
We got to get Neil back on the show, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure with this, he has a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I was listening to that too. I was going back and, naturally when someone passes away, we'll get to that in a minute, Mac. When someone passes away, naturally what I did is I went back and I watched Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 18.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird is that instantly I felt the same way I did back then. Instantly.
Right.
But with the catch, though, it's like knowing Hulk Hogan is no longer here. That match hits way more hard now.
Bro, just watching yesterday, I watched, they posted a match. They've been posting matches. Like WWE has the Vault channel.
Yeah.
And they have the WCW Vault channel on YouTube. It's free for anybody out there. And they posted the match he had with King Kong Bundy from WrestleMania 2. And just hearing real American hits different now, man.
Yeah.
Like because and then Bundy's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like it hits different. And then watching them come out there with the NWO, it's like you're watching the first match with him as a heel at Hog Wild and Sturgis.
Yeah.
It hits way differently now. Different. It slams into you, like I was saying earlier. Like this is like for real.
No, it really is. Wow, he's not here anymore. Like, and that's what I did watching that match, and it was just like, damn, like he really is gone. But that match in particular, like just seeing what the crowd did in that match, insanity, bro. I know, like in the building, in the moment, I couldn't imagine how him and The Rock felt in the moment. And the way they made that work.
That's the part.
The way they seamlessly just turned, because they did it in the middle of the match, like instantly. No talking, no nothing. They just turned in the middle of the match.
It's funny you mentioned that match, because that right there kind of shows me that the NWO shelf life in the WWF was going to be very limited.
Yeah.
Because they just, go back to when they brought Hogan and the NWO back at No Way Out in February of 2002. Go back to that. They were cheered. But as soon as Hogan got the mic, the place went fucking crazy because Hogan hadn't been in the WWF since 1993.
Yeah.
So to see him come back and just, they were cheering him. He was trying to be a heel. But you knew it wasn't going to work, man. This is not WCW.
For him,
you're the Babe Ruth of the WWF.
Yeah.
This is Hulkamania territory. This is not NWO territory. It's not.
Yeah.
So that's why it wasn't going to work. And just the being professionals that The Rock and Hulk Hogan were. They go out there and they can flip it just like that. Okay,
on a dime, bro.
We fuck what we went through in the back. We're gonna call this.
We're flipping.
Here. Yeah, we're gonna call it.
And that. Everybody, what really struck me about that match is everybody turned, because even Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler flipped. Noticing that they flipped their commentary. Yeah. And I was like, bro, this match is incredible.
Right. Right.
This match, it's a masterclass, bro. Like, it really is. And they didn't do anything heavy in the match. It's a simple ass match.
It's a simple Hulk Hogan match. That's what it was.
You go watch that match, bro. It's so simple. They didn't do anything crazy. They kept it easy, and the crowd they had the crowd eating out the palm of their hand, bro.
Now let me ask you this question. Which match do you think is better? Do you think it's the first match at WrestleMania 18 or the second match they had Hogan Rock 2 at No Way Out?
Ooh.
Because remember, at Hogan Rock 2 in Montreal, Rock is a heel.
Yeah. So that's
Hollywood
a tough one. That's a tough one.
The only thing I take back from the first match is that they were able to flip the crowd, and it was pretty much like the resurgence there of Hulkamania. And the NWO attacking Hogan at the end, which sucked ass if you're an NWO guy like me.
Yeah.
But what it led to was the revival, basically, of Hulkamania. Yep. But then when you look at the 2003 match, we got Hollywood Rock out of that.
Yeah. And that's what makes that a hard decision.
Yeah.
Hollywood Rock was that dude he was it.
And the promos he would cut on Hogan, Jesus Christ.
Man.
That was some vicious shit, man.
The biggest star in the history of the business, and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Toronto simply because it's the first meeting between them two, and the story they told in that match, even though the second one, I think the match is better, I think the reaction from the crowd is what made the first match.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about that too is because that reaction from the crowd in Toronto is what played into the second match, because The Rock goes back to how he was booed in Toronto, Canada, and you chose Hogan and then later on when he would feud with Austin, you chose Stone Cold to be superstar of a decade. You know, it's these little things here. So I miss those days, bro. Like 2003 was actually a pretty good year for me.
It was a really good year.
Yeah.
It was a really good year. Yeah. Mac asked this question too. He's like, I wonder what Bischoff is going to do with the promotion they were trying to start up. And I had that question too.
Eric already said it.
Huh?
Eric already answered it.
What'd he say? I didn't see that.
The show will go on.
They had a lot of stuff in place too.
Yeah. They said the show's going to go on, so they're going to keep going. They have to keep going now. You know, they already had it in place. Fox, what's it called? Fox Nation is with them to do it. Not sure how successful it's going to be. It's not pro wrestling. It's not. No,
it's like
it's shoot style, freestyle wrestling.
Yeah,
and I think there is a market for that. So,
and did we talk about this before? Because it's kind of in the same vein of what Bloodsport is.
No, we talked about it before. We talked about that terrible promo reveal that they did.
Yes,
for this, which was bad. That was bad, but the concept is not bad at all.
No, it's not. It's not. There is a space for that, and I think they signed. They got a couple of UFC fighters on the roster too.
Well, there you go.
Which makes it more legitimate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's interesting. it's interesting to say the least what this will end up being. I know Hogan's face on it kind of put it more out there, but I'm pretty sure Bischoff can get it done.
Yeah, I think he can. It's just I think it's for Bischoff. It's a little bit somber to
Right.
to get it done.
I wonder if for him it becomes now a passion project to keep Hulk's name alive.
I think so.
So yeah, more interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, the concept isn't bad at all, and which goes back to the whole man. If Hulk would have just owned up to his shit, like this could have been a real huge thing. Because with Hulk's face on it, and you know, putting what you had in there, the concept is good. Hulk's face is good, and this is probably going to be a huge league. And I'm pretty sure they learned from what happened in TNA.
Yeah, it's a different ball game over here. It's a different beast. And you hear Jeff Jarrett, and I never thought that TNA and Hogan was a good fit. To be honest, it wasn't. They came in there trying to change stuff. They tried to basically relive the Monday Night War.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't gonna fly.
I would argue that him being in TNA it would have been okay if they didn't go up against WWE.
Well, that's the point I'm making. That they tried to rekindle that Monday Night War, and I'm like, y'all not on the level, just like AEW is not on that level. Speaking of AEW.
Go ahead.
I want to see some acknowledgement of Hogan's passing. Okay, whether you like the man or you don't like the man, you need to respect and appreciate what he did for the business that you are on right now, the Turner Networks. That's because of Hulk Hogan. Don't forget that. There was a company that used to be on that network before you guys got there. It was called WCW, World Championship Wrestling, owned by Ted Turner. Okay. The reason why that was a success was because of Hulk Hogan. The reason why Ted Turner gave Eric Bischoff an hour on Monday night on TNT was because of Hulk Hogan. That's why. So, you may have been banned or whatever. You need to put your ego aside, Tony Khan. And all you have to do basically is put a damn graphic up there. Even if you don't mean it. You put a graphic up there and you put a graphic up and say, in memory of, and you put the damn date 1953 and 2025, and that's all you have to do. Everybody else has done it. WWE, of course, has done it. TNA's done it. GCW's done it. The NWA has done it. New Japan's done it. All these other little small federations have done it. Why aren't you doing it?
Yep.
So I'm really that's kind of irritating me, to be honest. I think we've talked about this before offline. They need to make a move and do that, because you need to even if you don't like the man, you respect what he did for the business. That's what it comes down to. You may not like Vince McMahon, but you damn sure fucking respect what he did for the business. And that's what it comes down to with me. It comes down to respect. I respect what he did for the business. Being in the wrestling business, you should appreciate what others did before you.
Fair enough. And that's fair. But I would like to see that too. Fact. That is a fact.
So now I'm saying that we have to actually be talking about this. Like, it should have been done. Even if I'm running a company and I don't personally like someone or like what they've done, if they die and they're as big a superstar, probably the biggest superstar ever in the business, I'm going to pay respect to that person and move the fuck on. Is what I'm going to do. Because what happens right now is you got all these people in the business looking at you that you haven't acknowledged him. That's what people are talking about right now.
Yep.
And honestly speaking, I would hate to have to stop watching their show, because I'm not feeling that. I don't like that. I don't stand for no disrespect. That's just how I am. That's how I was raised. You respect. You fucking show respect. And that's what it is. If you got GCW of all places showing respect, You, AEW, you're supposed to be number 2, right? You're supposed to be the big competition to the WWE, right? Show respect.
Fair enough. And like I said offline, I wanna see if they do something tonight. But yeah, I'm the same. If someone's a big enough star, and
I'm not gonna stop watching their. I'm just ribbing. I'm not gonna stop watching the fucking show. But I'm just saying because I'm digging the shit they're doing. I'm not gonna stop watching. I'm just gonna be very disappointed.
No, I get that. But I'm saying if someone's a big enough star, the acknowledgement, it would be nice to see. Now, you are your own person. You're gonna roll how you want to roll, but that's like a sharp turn from everything else that we're seeing out there. That's it from me.
Yeah.
So no, Mac, they have not. they haven't posted not one thing.
Shit. Not a damn thing.
No, they haven't
That's what I'm
posted
talking
anything.
about. Nothing. That's just that to me, Mac. Honestly, that's wrong, bro. That's just you don't do that. You cannot have like the biggest icon in wrestling die, and you don't mention him when everybody in the world is talking about him. You can't do that. And you're supposed to be
now, and that's why I say if they do something today, granted it's a couple days later, and you know, if they do something, they do it. But yeah,
tonight's Collision, right?
Yeah, tonight's Collision.
Okay, so I'll give them a pass because I forgot that they do Collision tonight. Okay,
yeah.
So
that's what I'm
see,
saying.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see. Hopefully, they have the decency enough to put up a graphic. Just put up a damn graphic. That's all you have to do.
I'm gonna hold something off too, because I'm not gonna hammer them too hard because I want to see something. I do want to see something. Being that Hulk Hogan never worked for AEW,
neither did Terry Funk.
But this is a different case. This is the biggest star in the history of the business.
True. That's the point I'm making. Why would you not? Young Bucks have acknowledged him. Chris Jericho has acknowledged him.
Yep.
So that don't make any sense.
I do want to see something.
Yeah, come on.
I do want to see something, but I'm gonna give them tonight. Even if it's a graphic, I'll be okay with it.
I'll be okay with that too.
Yeah, I'll be okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Graphic. Yeah, just put up a damn graphic. That's all you gotta do and move on.
Yep.
But not to say anything. Come on, man. You can't do that. Come on, brother.
Oh man. All right. Let's wrap this up.
Well, before we wrap this up right quick, I got to say something.
Go ahead.
In public. So, watch Andor the other day. Got done with season 2. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm telling you this right now on this podcast, episode 100 of the No Gamers podcast. It is the greatest fucking Star Wars show they've ever done on Disney Plus. Period. Bar none. So anybody out there that's sleeping on Andor, you've heard about the SA scene on Andor and all that. Dude, fuck it. Just watch the damn show. It's damn good. All right. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hate that it's over.
I got some time today. I'm gonna binge it today.
You damn right you will. It is the greatest Star Wars show they've done on Disney Plus. I swear. I'm being dead ass.
Nice.
Yeah.
I loved season 1. I am a couple of episodes in on season 2. So and I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. So.
Yeah. People are going, they were so upset about that SA scene. And I'm like, bro, they're building a fucking weapon that destroys planets. They're slaughtering people. Do you think the Empire would not be down with some shit like that? Yeah, they probably would. Vader would not, though. Vader would probably force choke the nuts off the motherfucker. Just keeping it 1,000. Everybody was going so crazy about that. They were going crazy about the two lesbian girls in the show. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Dude, shut what they call the fuck up. Get over it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, get the fuck over it, man. Like, who cares? Nitpicking like bullshit. Who cares, man? Who give a damn? What did you? Okay, let me ask a question there. The whole thing. Did y'all? How do y'all think Padme got? How do y'all think she got them children? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all think that happened? Did Anakin Skywalker use the Force, or did he insert into her? I think he inserted into the bitch.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm just keeping it 1,000. They crazy. You want adults. You want adult Star Wars. You get it. Shut the fuck up. And I'm a Star Wars fanatic, man. Shit, I'm in the 501st. I dress up as Vader. I'm telling you, it's good. And I'm the most critical motherfucker of everything.
He is. He really is.
If I'm telling you it's good, it's good. You got people out there, oh my God, I can't watch. I'm like, oh, Star Wars is dead. Oh, they had two girls kissing. Who gives a fuck? And I'm a conservative, and I'm saying, who gives a fuck? Y'all waste y'all time on too much bullshit, bro. Who gives a fuck? Y'all worry about somebody else's business. Worry about your own shit.
I'm definitely clipping this one.
Just saying.
Oh,
Everybody else's, everybody's fucking business. Who gives a fuck? Like, for real, man. Don't give a damn.
Yep.
Probably have somebody like me enjoying it on the motherfucker.
There it is.
There it is. Shit. What you want? You want to feel the dark side?
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Gotta bring some levity to this shit, bro.
Oh man. All right. Let's get into final shots and thoughts and wrap this show up.
Boom.
All right. So I mentioned during the show that Cutting Edge Heroes host Danny is he's doing his Cape Con event in November. DFPN will be a major part of that. So make sure you guys follow Cape Con events on Facebook. They drop a whole bunch of announcements. They're trying to make this thing a big deal. And with us being involved, I want to make sure that we're doing our part to make this a big deal. So please follow Cape Con events and get in tune with all the guests that they have coming. They do drop regular announcements. So make sure you guys follow them and give them your time. And then support. If you're in the area, or even if you have some interest in coming, like, it would mean a lot to all of us if you get to Cape Con and come enjoy this convention with us, man. This is the first thing I'm a part of like this, so I want to make sure that we're doing our part to make this a huge event.
Exactly. We ain't got San Diego Comic-Con money.
Nope.
So go out there and support, support your people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
On that level. You feel
Absolutely.
Me? You got somebody out there trying to do something, so you help that person do it. You feel me?
Yep. Let's make this a big deal, people.
Yeah, exactly.
So shout out to Danny, shout out to Cutting Edge Heroes, man. Enjoying all the work that you guys are doing. Shout out to my other co-host partner in crime, Mac, aka your boy. We got a new episode of Smoke Pit coming. New reaction with Jen. We reacted to Ember Moon versus Asuka. That's dropping soon. USDN, Eat the Cake Anime, everybody, Awesome Zone. Everybody's dropping shows next week, so make sure you guys tune in. DFPN has been on a hell of a run, man. So
yeah, definitely.
It's been a great 2025, and a lot of positive progress has been made. I want to make sure that I do shout out some of our partners in podcasting. Shout out to the Pop Break, because they've been sharing a whole bunch of our stuff. So I want to make sure we shout them out. Shout out to BCP Plus as well, because they also do the same. Thank you guys for helping us out. And shout out to Illegal Opinions as well, because, you know, I've been making my rounds, bro. So I want to make sure I shout out everybody. And the One Ignite podcast, I've been making my rounds, bro. So
wait. What was that?
D1 Ignite.
D1 Ignite.
Yep. Bro, that show is awesome.
I never heard of it.
That show is awesome. They're a Dallas podcast. So one of the guys that I met, since we cover MPX, one of the guys that I met there, he also has a podcast. So I jumped on his podcast, bro. Phenomenal time. I'm gonna have them on No Gimmicks, because they're really funny. So I want to make sure I shout them out. But man,
Frank D. Vader don't have any time to be jumping on things, because I'm creating props.
Bro, I seen your the setup you're making now. Good shit.
Yeah.
Are you doing that in the garage?
I am.
Bro, more power to you, because it's hot as fuck out here.
Oh, bro, what the fuck you talking? Like, I literally, so I'll print the shit out, and then I have to go, do my prep work. So I literally have to go in the garage. I'm like probably sweating my ass off, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, so but I have the garage open. I got the door open, somewhat. But I'm, because I'm dealing with different, paints and primers and shit. You don't want to be in there, hot boxing and shit. So, so I got a bunch of shit that I'm doing. It's just fun. I take so much pride in just being able to create my own shit. I really enjoy doing it. I love the process of doing it. That's why I tell people all the time, dude, if I can do it, and I'm one of the most pessimistic, negative motherfuckers out there. If I can do it, you can do it. See, that's how honest I am.
No, and that it's inspiring, bro. No shit. I'm not just, you my co-host, but I'm not just saying this to say it. It's really inspiring to see you chase after this shit.
Yeah, the wife tells me all the time when she sees things and sees what I've done. She's like, I never thought you'd be doing stuff like this. I know, because you know why? Because I used to be so close-minded about everything. I used to say all the time, real ends don't do shit like that. Real ends don't watch wars. Real ends don't watch all this bullshit. And now look at it. I'm like one of the biggest fucking nerds around here. Proud of you. But you know what?
Nah, man, I love it, bro.
Nerd,
I love it.
I am a nerd, but I'm a nerd that can fuck you up too.
I love it. Because like seeing you first watch a Star Wars movie to where you are now, I'm like, bro, this is awesome.
Oh yeah, you been there the whole fucking time?
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is awesome. Because now I'm seeing you like build your own shit, and you take the time out. I know that you go out and you cosplay and you do charity work for the kids, bro. Like that type of shit is inspiring to me, man.
Well,
so,
honestly, here's the thing, man. I go out there and I do my penance. I do what I'm supposed to do on here. So when I die, I go into the gates. They won't say, turn your ass around. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do what I do.
Nah, that's awesome.
That's why I do the stuff that I do. And I do it because I genuinely care about people and want to help people out. And if I can bring a smile to somebody's face, that's what I do. I don't give a damn if I did a 12-hour shift and there's an event. I get off at 7 o'clock in the morning and I got to get home and get some sleep because there's an event at noon and it's for some kid. I'm going to fucking do it. Even if I'm that's tired and dragging, I'm still going to fucking do it. It's just how I am.
I love it. I love it. So keep doing what you're doing, brother.
I will.
It's being noticed. It's not being overlooked, and I'm proud of you, bro.
I appreciate that. Let me ask you a question right quick before we wrap this up on Hogan, because I'm actually seeing Bischoff talking right now. Favorite version of Hulk Hogan?
Hollywood.
See, I'm with you, Hollywood. But the people are saying, so 29% says NWO, and 71% says 80s Real American.
Wow. I wouldn't, because, and this goes back to how many people he affected, right? I wouldn't doubt that, because Hulk Hogan is the introduction to a lot of people's wrestling fandom.
Yeah. You know, his dad, Hogan said, when that E star I was talking about earlier, his father said he didn't really like him as a bad guy.
Really?
Yeah, his dad didn't like him as a heel.
Wow.
Yeah, his dad was on the show. He says, I didn't like that bad guy stuff.
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Bro, once they lawn darted Rey Mysterio into that trailer, I was hooked. I was like, oh, they.
And you know, real quick, the story
that
the story that Nash said about that was he was talking to Rey Mysterio that day, and Mysterio came up with the idea for that spot. But Rey Mysterio says, "Hey, you actually can, if you could shoot me through that window, that glass window." And Nash says, "No, I'm not going to shoot you through the fucking window. What are you, crazy? Like, no, it's like you can jump and I'll throw you into the side of the trailer. It's like, I'm not going to send you through the fucking kill you, send you through the window. What the fuck?" Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, once I saw that, I was like, oh, they about that action. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care. I love them.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, Hollywood's my favorite version of Hope.
Yeah.
But because I'm like you, I didn't really become a Hogan fan. I was more of a Sting fan first. And that's because that's the first match I went to and I liked him. You know what I mean? So Sting was my guy. But I could see how a lot of people, especially if you're on the East Coast and you're in the northern part of that territory, like, I can get that. I get why you would say that version of Hulk Hogan, because that's what you were introduced to.
Right.
So
yeah, like me, I was a Warrior fan.
Oh, really?
I was Ultimate Warrior fan. That was my guy. Basically anybody. This gonna sound crazy. Anybody with fringes, I was a big fan of.
I get that.
I was a big fan. I used to take just when I was a kid, dressing up, and I used to have my tidy whities on with some long socks, and I used to take every fucking pair of shoestrings I could find in the house and wrap them around.
Make the fringes out.
Yeah, like they were fringes.
I like that shit too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I used to do that shit. I used to do a lot of crazy shit when I was a kid. I had a fucking imagination, bro.
I get it, because I like that too.
Yeah. Now I look back on, I'm like, what the fuck was I doing?
Man, I hope nobody got no pictures of this shit.
There's video. Yeah, there are videos of me when I was a kid doing dumb shit like moonwalking and shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's videos out there.
Oh, that's amazing. But all right, man, what else you got for the people? Plug away. What you got?
Oh, that's it, man. Just thank y'all for rocking with us to 100 episodes, and we're gonna do 100 more.
Yep.
Up there, you know what I mean? And just really enjoy your life out there. So let's stop all this divisiveness and bitterness over bullshit, because this is what it is, bullshit to me. We need more positivity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anything you can do to be more positive, fucking do it. That's what I do. I'm in my cosplay. I'm creating stuff. I'm going out there and helping with these events with children and sick kids and all that type of stuff. That's what I love to do. That's my passion. That's what I was here for. Everybody's here for a reason.
Yep.
And the reason doesn't come out for you until later on while you're here. And I think that's my purpose. My purpose has always been, I've always been a leader to people. I've always been a person that people can come to, and I stand up for people. I think that's what I'm here for. A protector. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
I am the guardian. But now,
well said.
Don't forget, brother. Help control the pet population out there. Have your pets spayed or neutered. And right now it's hot outside. It's hot, brother. Keep your damn pets on the inside. And hey, you jackasses in my area. Stop leaving your fucking dog out all night barking like a fucking asshole.
Bring him in.
Bring him inside the house.
Show him some love.
I mean, how can you have a dog and you leave for work and you come back and the dog then shit in the crate and you don't know why that is? I don't know, fucking idiot. Maybe because you didn't take the motherfucker out before you went to work.
Common sense.
Common sense. That motherfuckers don't got.
Oh shit.
That's all I got. That's all I got, player.
All right, man. I ain't got nothing else, but thank you guys for getting us to 100 episodes. Very good show today. Once again, we got 100 more coming at you, man. But till then,
hell yeah,
we do.
I'm gonna do a podcast one day. I'm gonna be dressed as fucking Vader.
Do it.
How about that?
Do it.
Yeah. How about that?
Do it. Oh man, but thank y'all for tuning in to the No Gimmicks podcast. Until next time, be safe, take care of each other, enjoy what you're gonna enjoy. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks, gimmicks.